Since UPEI's Dave Cormier coined the term MOOC in 2008, online open education providers have proliferated. From the granddaddy of them all, MIT's OpenCourseWare, to Silicon Valley startups Coursera and Udacity. The hype about MOOCs went into overdrive in 2012, with front-page stories on the end of college fueling Clayton Christensen's argument that disruptive innovation was finally coming to higher education. Proponents like Alec Kouros pointed out that universities and colleges no longer could claim to own education. David Wills, a religion professor at Amherst, slyly observed that the MOOC frenzy is like watching higher education discover the mega church. Faculty members responded with predictable dismay and alarm over the MOOC hysteria and the tsunami of poorly understood pedagogy, which started in Canada. Well, it's nice to get credit for something. You'll probably be relieved to know that within a year the MOOC menace had passed. The Chronicle of Higher Ed went so far as to publish a special e-book called Beyond the MOOC Hype. Surprise, surprise, it turns out that quality, free online courses aren't free to develop. In fact, Harvard employs more than 30 professionals in their 2 studios to produce MOOCs ranging from music composers and videographers to designers, animators, performance coaches, and more. Researchers from Columbia and Brown University talked to 83 administrators and concluded that investments for each MOOC course range anywhere from $40,000 to $325,000 per MOOC for faculty, instructional support, videography, virtual labs, and the software platform. All-star professors are starting to get recognition too. Larry Sabato, a professor of politics at the University of Virginia, has won 2 Emmy Awards for his documentaries and has just been nominated for an Emmy for his MOOC on the Kennedy half-century. Even if it costs $50,000 to mount a MOOC course, if 50,000 students enroll, that works out to $1 per student. MOOCs aren't free, but wow, are they ever cost-effective. MOOC credentials, though, have been slow to evolve. In 2012, Harvard and MIT announced that students could sit an exam at a Pearson VUE Center and receive a certificate for successfully completing an edX course. A year later, MIT announced that students could pay a small fee to get a certificate for the completion of a sequence of edX courses, up to about a dozen, in subject areas like computer science, aeronautics, and supply chain management. But the real problem with MOOCs remains that only about 10% of students who sign up for free online courses actually complete them. We're really not digital natives just yet. Coursera may have discovered a solution, though: hybrid delivery. They have more than 30 bricks-and-mortar Coursera learning hubs worldwide, from Buenos Aires to Baghdad, and are seeing completion rates as high as 70% for students who attend in person to take these free online courses. So why am I bringing up MOOCs in 2015? Well, because there have been some really interesting developments this spring. First off, in April, Arizona State University and edX announced the launch of the Global Freshman Academy. Students can take free online courses with no prerequisites to complete first-year requirements at ASU. For a small fee, about $200 per credit hour, students can get full credit for the first year at Arizona State University. And the institution insists it will be indistinguishable on their transcripts from a year spent on campus. This spring's second MOOC announcement came from Coursera and the University of Illinois, who announced in May the launch of the first MOOC-based MBA, the IMBA. To get credit, students do need to meet admission requirements and pay about $20,000 in tuition, less than half the usual on-campus fee. And thirdly, also in May, Amherst College announced that instead of establishing their own business program, their students could apply to take Harvard Business School courses through edX. These courses aren't free, they're about $600 each, but financial aid will be available and Amherst students will get Amherst credit for completing them. It looks like MOOCs are getting less massive, less open, and definitely less free. Once again, we are out of time. Thanks for taking 10 with me. Please take a moment to subscribe to the Eduvation channel on YouTube or to the 10 with Ken podcast on iTunes. For exclusive early access to upcoming episodes, please subscribe to my free email newsletter, The Eduvation Loop. I hope to see you next time.